Haaland's blanked in all of his last 3 matches, so he's definitely not a perma captain. The options this game week are Cunha against Burnley away from home. They have the worst defence in the league. Gordon's not got a difficult fixture either. He's got the home advantage against Leeds. Haaland's got a slightly more difficult fixture than Leeds at home, which is Brighton at home. Despite Haaland not having as good of a fixture as the other two and blanking in his last 3 fixtures, his underlying stats this season still wipe the floor with the other 2 players, and I just want to point out that Gordon hasn't scored a single non-penalty goal so far this season. He is more creative than the other 2 players though, and his expected numbers are slightly better than Cunha's, but he's underperformed them much more. In fact, he's only got half of what has been expected in the non-penalty department, and Haaland's nearly outscored his output by 5 times the amount of points. That's even with Gordon getting an additional point for every goal scored. Haaland near enough doubles the expected numbers for him and Cunha as well. At least Gordon's probably on penalty duties. It's very unlikely that Cunha's going to be, because right now, whilst this video's being recorded, Bruno Fernandes might be back in the team. Even if he's on the pitch for a little bit, Cunha will not be taking a penalty, and even if he isn't on the pitch, there is a chance that Sesko could take them anyway. As for Haaland, he's obviously nailed on pens, and none of the players are expected to take any free kicks or corners. Haaland's got the highest anytime goal scorer odds as usual, and the lowest anytime assist odds as usual as well. When you combine them both together, he's got the highest chance of returning, and it is by quite a margin. His points projections are stacked above the other 2 players as well, albeit I understand that we use FPL's data model for the odds, but at the same time Fantasy Football Fix do agree, and he's even further ahead on that data model than he is on FPL Review. To be fair, Cunha's got the easiest fixture on the shortlist against Burnley away, then I'd say Gordon against Leeds at home, but to be fair, Brighton's defence hasn't been much better than Leeds. Yeah, they've conceded less goals, but their expected goals conceded figures exactly the same as Leeds. The risk assessment shows that all 3 players have had 3 days worth of recovery. Gordon played 62 minutes in his last match, which should favour this next match, but at the same time he's still getting subbed off early and that's not ideal. That was 28 minutes before the final whistle, so his expected minutes are only 77. The other 2 players played 90 minutes and they still get 3 days worth of recovery as well, but they typically play the full match, just like they did in the previous fixture. So with Gordon being such a big minute risk and not scoring any non-penalty goals up to now this season, he's my least favourite pick. Between the other 2, Haaland's blanked in his last 3 fixtures, and I don't like that at all, but Cunha's only scored 1 goal in his last 3 fixtures and blanked in 2 of them, so there's not a big difference there. I don't think Haaland faces much competition, and I think the best captain by far this game week is still Haaland. I've just got a hat-trick from Thiago and my patience paid off. That's 3 big green arrows in a row, after 3 hauls in a row from Shirky and Gabriel as well. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my team selection video. If you want exclusive content from me, head over to my Patreon, the link's in the description.